Hey, it's been a little while, so I wanted to catch up with you and get some information about your journey and maybe start. I know it's a family business, and I see in the trade press how well you guys are doing. So maybe just take us through a little bit of the history of your personal journey and the family journey.
Sure. So I guess I'll probably start with the family journey and work up to when I got into it. So Dad started the company back in 1972. Before that, he went into the Air Force, high school dropout, 17 years old, married his high school sweetheart, and had two kids. And the Air Force gave him a paint gun and had him painting the motor pool in the Air Force. So he did that for a couple of years. And what do you do when you're 19 years old? You get out of the Air Force and all you know how to paint things. So he went to a local body shop down in Merced, California, called G&C Auto Body, and they taught him how to actually mix colors. You know, all he knew how to paint was OD green and gray. So then he learned how to mix colors and paint cars, and he just had a passion for it. So after years of working there, that's where he kind of found his goal of where he wanted to be in this world. And also the guy that mentored him, Leonard Rich, was like a father figure to him and gave him kind of goal what he wanted to become someday. So he went to Santa Rosa, where he's from, and went to work for a little dealership body shop, and the owner of that dealership was the most ethical guy back in the 70s. And so my dad and the lead body tech both quit and opened their own shop across the street. So that's why it's G&C Auto Body. People always ask that. So the G was Leo Gassel, the C is Gene Crozat, and they worked together for about 5 years. And Leo Gassel was a lot older than Dad and wanted to sell and retire, and so he did that. And Dad just didn't want to redo the paperwork and change the name. It already had a reputation. So then my dad built his dream shop in Santa Rosa that I think people have seen some photos from there back in the 90s when there was a recession there. Then he had kids get in the business. So my brother Sean was the first one, and then my brother Josh, and then me, and us three boys started working through the business. And brother Sean wanted to grow the business, so Dad said, okay, go ahead and do it. So Sean started opening up shops, and we had sat at 3 shops for a long time, and then started adding a shop or 2 a year. My brothers and I, all out of high school, went straight to the family business. So when we were kids, we were working at the shop, sweeping floors, washing cars, doing whatever, working during the summers, and then full-time the day we all graduated high school. So I got into this back in 2003 full-time, and we all worked our way from the bottom, from washing cars to being a CSR, to being an estimator, to being a manager, to being a regional manager, and just kind of moved up those ranks.